I'm a student in India for 2 years now. I'm doing biomedical engineering. My name is Bertin from Congo in Africa, and I met so many people from different countries. Actually, it used to happen to me when I was in campus, sitting on a table with people from 6 different countries and eating together. So I have an idea of how foreigners live here in India as students. Today I'm giving you 5 mistakes that we do as foreigners in India. It's common, there is no way you can escape it. It's human to have mistakes in life, but then you can correct them later on. So I'm going to give 5 mistakes which maybe everyone might not have the same mistakes, but what I'm going to give is just general to most of us as foreign students when coming to India. So the very first one is neglecting the Indian culture. Okay, you might not understand it at first, but most of us, when we came here, we have that problem of taking for granted the Indian culture. And I cannot say it's a fault of any of us, but it's just because most of our countries kind of don't have a culture. So you live according to what seems to be right. But in India, there is a culture, and everyone must follow the way things flow in India. And most of us, when we come here as foreigners, we kind of not thinking too much about the culture, that we think, okay, I'm just going to live the way I want, and we forget most about the culture. So after I understood that, I came to see that it's a big problem, which is going to lead me to the second mistake which we do as foreigners, students in India, is thinking that Indians will accept our culture. Okay, first, you came not knowing that there is a culture which is already established in India which you must follow, and then you come thinking that people who you will meet there are going to accept your culture. That is one of the biggest mistakes which I don't know if I can say we do here as foreign students. And I think this is one of the reasons why most of schools or any place people have problems with foreigners, because they come thinking that they are going to follow their culture or their home things, when now you're in India and nobody cares about now your culture, and nobody's going to follow your culture. You're in India and they're going to follow only the Indian culture. So what you have as your culture, you should forget about it and leave it at home. When you come to India, you should learn the new Indian culture. Third thing is, we think that you are different. Let me just be honest with this point. There is something which is common, mostly called international students, foreign students, and other things. That thing makes you feel as if you're different than every other person. That sometimes when they organize something, you say, okay, it's not mine, I'm international student. But they are all mistakes that we should avoid and consider ourselves as home native people, as locals, as people who are living in India as their country now. So that leads you to understand and try to make everything to be yours. When you understand that even if they organize something, it's also for me. Even if there is something which is being published, if there is a notice, if there is a warning, everything concerns me also. There is nothing for Indians and another thing for foreign students. Everything concerns us. It might be in school or anywhere. We just have to understand that we are not different. We are not different because of being foreigner. And this leads me to the 4th mistake, which is not learning Indian things or Indian culture because of thinking that you're different. Actually, for this, it depends on your goal being in India. We are so many of us come thinking that they will just study and go back. But sometimes, passing 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, it's too much that actually it have to be like your home. And because of thinking that you're different, you're foreigners, mostly we fall into the mistake of not learning Indian things or not learning the Indian culture. And this is one of the things which most of foreigners should be doing. Foreigners, even if you're a student and you came here just for 2 years, for 3 years, we should learn Indian things. You may not understand everything. It doesn't require you to know everything about India, but at least let's get an image of India, which will bring you to understand that this is a place which is now yours. When you study a little about a place, it becomes as if like it's yours. When you know a little bit in a language, it's become as if it's yours. Though I'm talking about language and I'm zero also in Hindi. By the way, I know some words. Namaste, mera naam Bertin hai. And now the 5th mistake, which is also related to the 4th mistake, is overusing the opportunities or the privileges of being a foreigner. Let me be honest on this point. Most of the times, we as foreign students will receive a lot of privileges, excuses, being forgiven, and tolerance because we are foreigners. And it's something which I really appreciate, and it's a good thing which we receive in most of the schools. But sometimes one of the mistakes which we do is that we overuse it. When sometimes we can be allowed even to enter class when we are late, we can be allowed to do anything late or whatever it can be, we can be tolerated from doing anything. Sometimes we overuse it and go beyond the borders which we have been given. So all these are mistakes which we do as foreigners. There are a lot of mistakes which we do, but these ones which I just gave are kind of general. And just to summarize it, what I can just advise to anyone who wants to come and study in India, make sure you make India to be your home. Let the culture of India be your culture, and everything is going to be well. By the way, thank you so much for watching, and next time, the next video which is coming will be about the mistakes of Indian schools with foreigners. I can't just blame students only, schools also have their mistakes, but the goal of giving this is not to divide or to bring division among people. It's just to teach each other and let people know about how to live in India if you're a foreigner. That's the only goal which I have, to educate people, to let people get a knowledge about India and to share my experience as a foreigner in India. Thank you so much for watching my video. I will catch you next time. There's so many videos which you can watch on this channel, and also there are other Africans who make videos here in India. You can get the link to their channels in the description, and let's catch up next time.